Hello everyone, FunshonX here. Welcome back to Space Engineers. Let's play Space Engineers. This is episode 10. That means a world download. So I will be saving this world to the Steam Workshop. Check it out. My Steam name is FunshonX. So, drill problems. Lots of problems. That crash that I had at the end of the last episode has happened quite a bit. I'm not sure why, but it does. So I just have to save a lot. But I was able to get the drill kind of working. I've made, as you can see, some circles around here. That's kind of its minimum range. I've changed it up a little bit as I've rebuilt it multiple times. You can see I've got some timers there, some extra cargo blocks, and then a connector here to connect to that ship, which I just realized I just put my timer blocks right in the way. Okay, I'll have to move those. But you can see I was able to get down to the iron, no problem, and mined out a ton of iron. I've got 4 drill heads now, arranged in a cross pattern with a gyroscope in the middle. Randomly, when you're using this thing, for no reason at all, most of the time it just shakes a little bit. All of a sudden, you'll turn around and then look back at it, and this thing just is like... just like shaking like crap, and the drill heads like act like a hammer. They actually break the rock just from there, and then they break, and as soon as they break, this thing just goes whoo, shoo, 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 flies off in that direction. It's pretty fun to watch, but you kind of cry inside because all the work you just did was lost, and you have to revert to a save. Yeah, so let's go ahead and see how it works. What we're gonna do here is bring it in a little bit. There is some iron here that I missed. So I want to sweep from about here and then all the way over, somewhere over here. I don't know where the iron ends, but we'll just go to about here. So let's set that up, and I'll show you how the timer blocks work. It's all automated once you get it into place. So hit T on there. Okay. Actually, we're going to drive it. So let's see. We need to retract. That is number 6. No, that's not right. Oh, crap. Don't do that. That's number 4. Right? Retract. Oh, no. She's shaking again. Oh, no. Oh, no. Did it break or stop? I can't. It stopped shaking, but did it break everything? And it all fell off. Okay, guys. That's what I've been going through. This is we'll call it Mark 15 of my platform driller. I've gone back to vanilla pistons. I'm thinking patch day was today, and those modded pistons have just been horrible. I don't know what's different about them since the patch, but they're not working great at all. So I'll go back to vanilla pistons to see what happened. It means we can't go as deep. But we should still be able to work. So what I've done is I've positioned it right over where I think the leftmost bit of that iron is, and we're going to sweep to the right. So what I'll do is I'll come over to the timer blocks here, and timer block 3 has a 10-second delay. Those 10 seconds are for the drill to move down. So we're going to assume that the pistons, the up-down pistons, are already on. And after 10 seconds, we want to turn them off. So we'll say setup actions, pistons up, down, which will be in my groups. This one. We want to turn them off. Then we want to reverse the rotor so it starts sweeping across the field. And then trigger timer block 4. All right, so turn the piston off, start sweeping with the rotor, start timer block 4. Timer block 4, well, I could just go through the same panel here, has a 17-second delay. I'm going to bump that up to 20. This is kind of like the width. Whatever you put this timer on is how wide of a sweep you want to do. So if you put this like a minute, it'll do like 45-degree angle. If you do like 20, it does like, I don't know, like a 15-degree angle. It's pretty small. But this iron deposit's pretty small, so I think 20 seconds should be fine. And we'll set up actions. We're going to do a groups. And this one is to turn the piston up, down, on. And then start timer 3. So what this will do is it'll turn the piston on, and then start the next timer. After 10 seconds, turn it off, start sweeping. After 20 seconds, turn it on, all that kind of stuff. The other thing you need to do is on the rotor itself, you need to set some maximums and minimums just in case, because you don't want this thing going too far. So right now its current angle is 322. So I will set that here, 322. Now I need to get back in the chair, and we need to start sweeping. So let's hit on this direction. Why are you not going? Come on. All right. Come on. Do something. Oh, it's probably hitting that as its maximum. It's not right. Well, we'll put that as the minimum then. So advanced rotor. Current angle 322. We'll put that as its lower limit. And put this up at, we'll go to 360. Okay. So now let's try that again. So 1, 2, 3. Just kind of count 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll count to 20. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, I got to 351, so that's what we will put here. So the 20 seconds isn't exactly the sweeping angle. This is how much, how you really set how much it's going to sweep, but the 20 seconds needs to be at least greater than a time it takes to make that angle. If that makes sense. So, whatever. We're good to go now. So all we need to do is start timer block. Which one? The 17-second one. 20-second one. That one. So in 20 seconds, you should see it move down just a little bit. Only moves down about a meter because it's moving 0.1 per second. We're going for 10 seconds, so it'll move 1 meter down at a time. We could probably increase that. I think these drills are capable of moving or at more than a meter at a time. But all right, so we should be hitting our 20 seconds pretty soon here, and hopefully this thing doesn't explode again. Are you going down? Are you doing it? Let's slick up, down. Probably needs to be reversed. That was probably the problem. And it should be reversing these. Nope. There it goes. Okay. Let's get a group on here for the up, down ones. Just so we can see when it's turned on and off. And I also like just to have a reverse in here in case it, for some reason, goes the wrong direction. Okay, it should be... Oh, our rotor's off. That's a problem. Okay, it's going down, so it should move down for 10 seconds. Then we should see our rotor rotate. There it goes. Nice. So that should move over just about here in its 20 seconds time. And we should see it hit its lower limit and stop at about there. There we go. And now we should see the drills. The pistons are extending again. You can see that just turned on. They'll turn off right about now. And it'll start moving again. Sweet. It does a lot more shaking, but it doesn't do that violent vibration that the modded ones were doing. At first I thought it was the rotor broken, but the rotor's held steady. It's this piston right here that keeps breaking. So again, as we talked about last episode, this is not a fast process, but it does generate a ton of ore. Alright, so it's going down again. Now it's rotating. We're out a little bit too much. Did I accidentally move those pistons out? Oh, maybe it's okay. Let's see. Yeah, we should be fine. I'm just not sure it's making its full rotation. Oh well. So I'm gonna get up on top of here and just kind of ride this thing, and you guys can watch it in a time-lapse mode. All right, guys, pretty fun. I'm pretty excited. The vanilla pistons flex a little bit more. I think that's why we're having better luck with them now. I know if you put too much weight on them, they can bend and that kind of thing. So since we're not extended on this top rung, it's pretty good. We're not having too much problems. Let's go see how we're doing as far as our ore. Are we full on all our things? Because that would suck. Now, the drills are still being emptied, so that means we're good. So let's see, cargo containers. That one is full, mostly of stone. Connector is starting to fill up. Cargo container 3 is good. Where's the other cargo? Oh, there it is, 21,000. So yeah, it's doing pretty well. It's got plenty of space. Just the main cargo container is full, but yeah, 400k stone. Woohoo! And then this one, 80k of iron, 55k of iron, another 58k of iron. Sweet. Let's go look in here. Hopefully no crash, no crash. Perfect. So we didn't quite get over to the edge of the iron, but we are bottomed out. We've gone through it. This is a very pancake node here. So that's fine. Let's go ahead and turn this thing off then. So to shut down, we need to get in here. We need to turn the timer blocks off. So that's 8 and 9. Shut down the drills. Make sure all of the pistons are off. Reverse 5, pull it back up. We can probably put the speed on this one pretty good. Let's just go ahead and retract them quickly. There we go. Until we get to the top. I can set this back to negative 0.05. Combine two of them together, you get 0.1. Cool. And we can turn those off. We can do 7. Oops. Retract those all the way in. I don't think that gyro does much. Like, if without thrusters on it to actually fire, I don't know. Doesn't seem to do much at all. Well, there we go. That's the platform drill. It took out this whole chunk in just over 4 minutes, and we've got tons of iron. So, what are we going to do about this container? Can I... let's see. I can... Should we risk it? Let's try it. So, turn you guys on. Oh, it was funny earlier. This thing has enough power now on takeoff that it can break landing gear off. So if you forget to unlock your landing gear, yeah, it'll just break them right off. Alright, can I fit this guy right here? Let's turn that on. Oh, oh, don't hit the timer block. Are we on? Oh, need to go forward a little bit. There we go. It works! So go ahead and lock. Now this thing should just start sucking it all up, hopefully. Let's look at our inventory. I didn't know this thing, but if you hit this guy, you can see your box inventory, like over here, and then you show it over here. So you're like, okay, so let's get welder, normal cargo there, and welder cargo here, and we can just drag it over. I love it. So let's put all our iron in those. Fill them up. Okay. Now, can we fill everything up, and do we have enough thrusters to hold it all? Let's see. That's our iron. Do we still have any more iron in these cargo containers? I need to rename these. Let's do that now. So let's look at cargo. All three of these are going to be renamed to platform cargo. And that way, when I go here, I can just search for platform. And there's all the stuff left. Okay, so we've got some more iron here. Put it in that one. 391 stone. Should we come back for that? Or should we just... Yeah, I'm nervous if I fill this ship up too much. It's gonna explode. So let's carefully... Can I fly? Okay, we can fly. Good. Whoa. Come on, rotate around. And let's head back to base. Base hasn't changed too much, other than I've welded a few more of the concrete blocks. Hopefully now, with all that stone, we can build our full runway and start building an airplane, which I guess we could start this episode, since I've been promising it for so long. Well, our ship right now weighs 200,000 kilograms. Wow. Okay, I don't think inertial dampeners are going to do a lot, so we're going to need to start slowing down like now. We'll probably still overshot the base. And maybe... Oh, it actually slowed us down in time. Okay. I'll just make sure we stay at about 40 meters a second. It seems like it can do 40 to 0 pretty quick. All right, coming a little fast. Slow down. Slow down. Okay. Oops, don't tip over. Alright. Plug this puppy in. Nope. Slow down. I love flying this thing, especially when it's so heavy. Okay. I wonder if taking off the welders would make it give it a little more thing. So what I do, I just kind of line up with the garage there, and until I can see landing gears in proximity. In the bottom right says 2. That means I know I'm flat against the ground. And so then I turn 8 on and fly forward until it grips me. It should be right about now. Maybe. There it goes. Grips. So then we lock. That will start charging our batteries and pull everything out of here. So let's go see all of our iron hit the arc furnace. It's crafting something. It must have been waiting. Which are you going to use? The iron one. Arc furnace iron. Why you no have inventory? Did the refinery steal it? Hey, refinery. What do you think you're doing? Why didn't the arc furnace take it? Oh, it did take some. I want it to take all of it. Oh, it was overweighted. Yeah, it's completely full. It does have iron. Should I kick that up to P1? Just maybe that'll help it. I'm not sure if that'll do anything. And this one should just grab iron because it's not set to anything. All these on. There we go. So this guy should be grabbing some iron. What if we take all of this and shove it here? Will you pull more? From the refinery, maybe? No. Well, that sucks. How can I tell the refinery not to do that? What if we... I don't know. Oh, there it goes. It took it. Did you see it was right there? And all of a sudden it's like, no, that's my iron! And it took it from here, and it also stole some from here, too. Okay, that works. Cool. So all the iron that it can will go into this. Any extra should go into here, and then any extra there should go in the refinery. That's fine. Cool. Alright, well I'm happy with that. We should have a ton of iron now after this process is through. 236,000 K of ore. Loving it. Cool. I did add a reactor right up there just to give myself some more power, because running three... Oh, I haven't showed you guys this. Running 3 arc furnaces, 2 refineries, 2 assemblers, 2 stone grinders, and what's over here? Over here, we've got auto crafting. Look at all those assemblers. Beautiful. So here's my limits. So I've told it to have 500 of a lot of components, whatever. Right now it's turned off because I stole the majority of components to go build the welding, the platform, the drilling platform, and I didn't want it to keep making new stuff. But we can turn that back on just by going to control panel. What did we call this thing? It was the component quota program, and we'll turn that on and run it. Now we should see these all light up. Let's start running. So this one is crafting metal grid, so it needs a little bit of gravel and some iron, but it's on? I don't know. Let's look at our auto crafters. That'll be easier to see. So girders is running. Large tubes. Why do they all have gravel? They just randomly want to have gravel in them? Okay. Let's look at these, make sure they didn't get messed up here. This doesn't seem to be working. Large tube we have too many of. Why is girder not updating? I don't know. Small tube should be off. Yeah, we're short on construction components. That's why it's making those. If you want to know how this thing works, make sure you go check out the previous season. I set this all up and explained it pretty well. And steel plates are trying to make 2K, so yeah, that one's doing a lot of them. Okay, cool. It looks to be working. I'm not sure why there's gravel in all this stuff. Maybe I'll move it out later. So, we need to get a runway. That is our next goal. I think putting it right here is going to work. Should we do it right here? Yeah, let's do it right here. So let's get our concrete. And what do I need to put that down? Girders? Do I have girders? Oh, that's not a girder. That's the wrong block. Yeah, I do need girders. Okay, I think there's tons of girders in this thing here. Come on, let me in there. Why can I not? Whatever. I want this guy to undock because otherwise he's going to steal all the girders and then it'll just keep making more. So, yeah, that's not good. So, turn these off. Lock him down. Okay. So, in your inventory, can I get to it now? There it goes. We should have a ton of girders. Yep, we do. Don't need 655 of them, though. Let's just get 100 of them. Actually, that's probably not enough. Excuse me. So how wide do we want this airfield to be? Man, throat is just killing me. I'm thinking if that's how wide our wheelbase will probably be. That's like 4 blocks, so maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 blocks. All right, I'm gonna try 6 by 20 and see if that's big enough. I think it'll be plenty to take off based on what we had in our testing on the stream last week. It's landing that's the problem. Not only under, you know, going too long on the runway, but just being able to touch down in that short of space when you're going like 300k a second. All right, we did need more girders, maybe like 200 more. This is going to cost an awful lot of concrete, that's for sure. I wish hide empty would remember your settings, so if you turned it on, it would stay on. Can someone make a mod that does that, please? Okay, so that's our runway. I doubt I have enough to finish it, but we can probably take off and land on it with it like that. It just won't be, I don't know, we'll probably crash and burn anyway, whether we have it or not. So let's put those back in there and go weld some of this stuff up. Ow, hit the wall. Hit the wall. I forgot how wide I am. Oops, we got the wrong color too. Wonderful. That's alright, we can shift paint it. Yeah, I love having this welding ship. It's so nice. And we're done. Okay, we can put our girders down. Might as well do that. Come back when we have concrete later. Which is actually perfect, right? When you're doing concrete, you put the girders in first, and then you come back and pour the concrete. That'd be cool if concrete mod was like liquid concrete, and you had to like pour it and it would harden. Oh, that'd be awesome. That sound is wonderful. It's like... Alright, girders should just about now be in place. And we can go hide this ship. We gotta get all these ships out of the way. Otherwise, they will be destroyed by our airplane. So let's move our drone as well. I love the drone. I just take him out and just fly him for fun. Just because he's so nimble. Okay. Now we'll want to fancy up our runway, you know, make some pretty lanes and have some lights and all that kind of stuff. Actually, I probably should do some lights so I can see this thing. All right, we'll test it in the daytime. So, how do planes work? Well, we're going to need some armor blocks. So we'll do those two. We're going to need some wheels. I'm going to try... Should I try the little baby wheels? Oh, they cost the same, don't they? Okay. Oh, the actual wheels are a little more expensive, but the suspensions are the same. So let's get the wheels. We are going to need a battery because I'm sick and tired of trying to put nuclear reactors on ships. We will need gyroscopes. We will not need drills. And then we're going to need these wings. So these are a modded item. You have straight wings, wing angled, and wing angled 2. I'm not sure which ones provide the most lift, if they're different at all. But what these do is anytime you provide thrust to move you forward, to propel you forward, the wings then translate some of that thrust to upward to downward throws to propel you upward. So that means you do not need any thrusters pointing down. You just need these wings instead, and they're really cheap to make. So let's go with the wing angled 2, and then we'll add the thrusters as necessary. So we'll come here and say new small ship, and go ahead and rotate them a little bit. Oh, I didn't bring any components. I came out here and pretty much naked as far as components go. So let's get some stuff. Do you own? Nope. Everything has been stolen back by the base. So let's get some construction components, probably some motors, some steel plates, steel tube, large tube, metal grids, a lot of computers. All right, that should be enough just to build the shape, the outline. Okay, so you go right there. Now we do need wheels to make this thing drive. Otherwise it would be a pretty tough landing. So let's just, assume we're making one of our buggies again. Just make a 4-wheeled buggy. So I'm gonna make the back pretty wide, I think. Like this wide, and then let's go down. Like that, and then put the wheel on. Is that gonna work? Oh, I still haven't learned to rotate these wheels the right way. Perfect. All right, that's a perfect height. All right, so we did 3 and then drop down. I can do that. 2, 3. Oh, I should build this in symmetry mode. That would have been a little bit easier. Oops. Okay. All right, that looks good. So that's going to be that way. Then we'll come up on the ship. Let's get symmetry mode on. So what is it? Shift N, Control N, just regular N. Oh, is that only work in creative mode? Ah, bummer. Is that all? Is that true? Controls. Use symmetry N, symmetry switch M. Yeah, I guess it's only a creative mode thing. So I could build this ship again in creative mode, then come back here and project it to build it, but that's okay. Let's do it like this. So we'll, oops. Come up in the front. We want a pretty wide wheelbase to help us land. That's pretty good there. And then this time we'll only do 1 block on either side before we start coming down. And then put the wheel on. Looks good. Okay. And there's our base for our airplane. Perfect. Now what do we want to do? We want to figure out where we're going to put the wings, the nose, the fuselage, all that kind of stuff. I mean, normally you would have the wings over this set of wheels and the nose would be over that wheels, but I'm worried that's going to make it too back heavy and it would, like, the tail would weigh it down. So yeah, we can start the wings here. Let's get up a little bit and make, why are you there? Go away. So our fuselage is going to come with this kind of block there. I have no idea. What? Why am I making it with these blocks? All right, this is too stressful to build on camera, so I'll be right back, guys, when I actually have something that looks decent. Alrighty, guys, I had a little problem with some of the footage, crashed again and lost it, so you lost the time lapse of me building the airplane, unfortunately. But here it is. It looks beautiful. I actually colored it this time. It's got no oxygen, so I got to keep my helmet on. You've got what, 6 wings in all. And if you're, again, new to the Aerodynamics mod, each wing gives you up thrust for whenever you give it forward thrust. That's the basics. Using little derpy 1x1 wheels in the front and the 3x3 in the back. I have a couple thrusters just for side thrust to keep me stable and help me make turns. And then I've got one thruster up there for braking during landing. Okay, so I think we're good to go. You can see I've extended the runway quite a bit out there and put some lights on it, so if I ever do a nighttime landing, I might be able to see the thing. It's actually really difficult to land on this runway. I would have to make it so much bigger. What I do want to do is go to all these thrusters and just rename them something shorter because they're way too long. I can't see what direction the thrust is in. It's just a little trick. Just make them anything that's shorter. Oops. And then drive just a little bit, and it'll rename them which direction they're going. So forward, 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 forward are my thruster group. It's fine. Then we can go to G, groups, thrusters, toggle on off. That way I can turn these off, and then I can drive wheeled with my wheels and not get launched off the platform, because normally if you tap forward, all those thrusters will just engage and you can't really drive around. So while I'm on the ground, I'll turn those off. As soon as we're ready to take off, like we are now, turn them on. So first mission, our first flight, we'll consider it a successful flight if we can make it down to our iron mine, buzz the tower a little bit at about 30 meters high, do a 180 turn and come back and land somewhere close to the runway and not explode. That's our first mission. So go ahead and save this guy, ready to go. Here we go. So and thrusters are enabled. Are we clear from the tower? There is no tower, so I'll take that as a yes. Here we go. I'm gonna full throttle forward, and as soon as I get to about 200 kilometers a second, I will pull up with the mouse using the gyro, and that should give us enough lift to fly. So here we go. Cross your fingers. Here we go. And 200. Whoa! Whoa, he took a dive there right at the end. That was actually pretty close. I think when you get to about 300 meters per second, the nose actually dips. Because if I hold forward down, you can see how I'm actually dipping. That's not me doing the gyro. That's just, yeah, it likes to dip. So how high are we off the ground? 120 meters, so let's go down a little bit. We got to keep our speed at least like 150 or we'll start dropping. And we got to aim up just a little bit. So you kind of just feather the throttle. There might be a way I could do a throttle override and set it at like 40%. Maybe that would be fast enough just to keep me up and not hit the 200 mark that makes me dive for some reason. Alright, so there's our iron mine coming into view. Let's go up a little bit higher. We'll go ahead and buzz him. Yeah! Nice! Whoa, we almost crashed. That was close. You gotta be careful when you're making the turn, because remember, these wings only give you upward thrust when you're moving forward in relation to the wings. So if you make a 180 degree turn, you lose all forward thrust. So that's kind of why I have the side thrusters, to give me a little bit better turning. Alright, so let's try and stay, I don't know, maybe 50 meters high on this landing here. This cockpit makes it very difficult to see the runway, because I have to, when I pitch up to maintain altitude, you can barely see what's in front of you, underneath you. Okay, I see the landing strip coming to view. We're a little bit off-centered. Okay, that looks pretty good right there. Let's try and keep it about 30 meters until we get there. Oh, this is the fun part. And go ahead and reduce our throttle, so we'll come in, then we're going to throttle and flare and touch down. Oh, that was kind of hard landing. Brakes. Nice. Yes. That's the first time I've landed on the runway. I spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. What happened? I don't know. I think I backed into the wheel. Don't want to back into the wheel. Yep, I definitely backed into the wheel. But yeah, I'm ecstatic here. We didn't even damage the runway. It's all completely, well, I mean, it's just girders right now, but yeah, love it. Airplane mode success. So we've now got 3 vehicles. We've got our drill rig here. We've got our, well, we got 4 vehicles, don't we? Our welder ship. We've got our airplane. And then up here, we've got our drone, our personal chair vehicle. This is still my favorite one. I just get in here and fly around all the time. Oh, you know, we didn't do any tricks. All right, let's go back and do some tricks. Look how fast this thing is. We're already way over here. All right, go land you. Back on the roof. Getting pretty good at landing him too. Okay. Nice. So, thrusters off. We don't want to do that kind of thing. Now what I do to turn is I lift the front wheels off using the gyro and then kind of use the mouse to turn rather than turn with the wheels themselves. I wonder if that backpack's going to be a problem sitting there on the ground. Okay, so mission number 2, get off the ground. We're going to do some tricks. So we need to complete a barrel roll, double loop-de-loop, and also 180-degree loop turn. I don't know what the official name it is, but it's basically where you do a half loop and then flip, it's like a loop barrel roll. Basically, you turn 180 degrees. So here we go. Are you ready? Thrusters on. Go. Right over the backpack and lift up. Nice. We'll go ahead and do a barrel roll here. Woohoo! Yeah! I like that. How far can we fly to the side? Do we lose altitude? No, I can actually fly upright pretty well. Oh, there we go. Now it's going down. Yeah, we're losing. Okay. So I don't have any up thrust when I'm sideways. I'm wondering if I could build a plane that had wings in 6 directions, and then as long as I'm moving forward, it lifts. I think that would be awesome. Okay, so over the mountains here, we're going to go for the loop-de-loop. You ready? Here we go. Up into the air. Let's just go ahead and climb. There's no stall here. We're at 500 meters, and over we go. And drive it down into the deck here. Pull up. Oh, the G-force. Oh, wow. Sweet. Wow, and he immediately starts climbing again. All right, let's do another one. Woohoo! Double. Can we do the double? Yeah. Sweet. All right, bank turn here. Let's get back out over the water. What is with the red water? That was kind of cool. Oh, that must have been a reflection or something. Oh, no, it's nighttime. That was not part of the mission, a nighttime landing. All right, so we're going to have to come... Ship full low. Oh, that is really not good. That is not good at all. Emergency landing. Emergency landing. All right, come on. We gotta get down here. And we're not gonna make the base. I don't think. Well, 35 seconds. We can coast for 30 seconds. We might be able to make it. I know you're low. I know you're low. We didn't check our batteries. And we'll just land on the ice. Okay, that wasn't a bad landing. As long as we don't crash through the world. All right. So I'm going to have to bring over a nuclear reactor and some uranium and charge the battery a little bit so we can already get home. So our mission 2, we did do a nighttime landing on the ice, which was actually a little bit more advanced, but we didn't get our final 180-degree bank turn. So we'll go ahead and end it there. If you guys like this episode, hit that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next episode of Space Engineers. Don't forget to put down in below the comments what you'd like to see me build. I think pretty soon we're going to go ahead and start building our rocket to escape this planet. We'll do a couple test flights first. I'm going to build like a rocket launch platform. And we'll just build like a stage 1 rocket with minimal hydrogen and see how high we can get. Kind of measure, all right, with this weight, how high we can get. And we'll launch it up. And then we'll increase the weight, we'll increase the hydrogen, see how high we can get, and then basically calculate how much hydrogen do we need to get to the moon. I don't know. So, definitely this is Fun Shout Out. Catch you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.